Instagram's algorithm has changed. Not again, I hear you cry. Well, it's been changing for the last few months, and last week at Amsterdam Dance Event, I checked out that Meta panel hosted by Liz Miller. Liz is the music partnerships for Meta's platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, and WhatsApp. And in this video, I'm going to talk about growing on Instagram in 2022 and 2023. I'm going to talk about Instagram Reels. I'm going to talk about Instagram Live. I'm going to talk about Facebook Reels. I'm going to talk about shadow banning. And I'm going to talk about content ideas for DJs and producers. In the Disco Shed today, we're going to be talking Instagram. And for anyone that's joined me on these YouTube channels recently or on my Twitch channel, you'll know that I've been preaching Instagram Reels for a long time. And guess what? We're going to talk about it again today. But before we jump into that, I've got a big stat from the AD panel, and it goes like this. Meta said 5 Reels per month over a 60-day period will help your accounts grow by 2.5% over not doing them. Obviously, if you do more than that, you're going to grow even more. But that is the big stat to start this video with. As part of that Meta panel, they spoke about Facebook, and they actually said, don't forget about Facebook. But what they did present was another big stat, is that 2.9 billion users still use Facebook. Amazing, especially if you're a DJ producer, an artist, because you must live in Instagram so much. The second big stat to come from the AD panel is that less than 15% crossover between Facebook and Instagram audiences, which is mega. So if you're posting to Instagram, consider cross-posting your content to Facebook because there'll be a whole different audience there. That stat, I was a little bit blown away by it. But if you think about the demographics of people on Facebook compared to Instagram, it makes a load of sense. The biggest thing to consider when you're trying to grow any social media platform is who is your audience member. Really understanding the demographic of type of user you're trying to attract and who your content is for. Yep, you're making content for that user and not for yourself. Remember, at the heart of every social media platform, it's people. And making your content for those people is the most important thing. And those people like to be either educated, entertained, inspired, or they want to connect with their friends. And it's one of those 4 things. So spending a bit of time working out who your audience member is really key to growth. So if you're a DJ and producer and you're in the kind of 35 plus age group and you're playing music that maybe appeals to that sort of age group and that sort of demographic of people, then Facebook Reels is going to be killer for you. But I would definitely still cross-post it to Instagram Reels to get that maybe that newer audience that maybe discover you just because you've got a great piece of content. Watch out next week. I'm going to be talking about audiences loads. So consider subscribing so you don't miss that video when it drops next week. I'll also link to it once it's come out in the bottom of this if you're watching this on the rewatch. When it comes to making Reels, make sure you film all your content vertically. There's a reason that platforms have adopted these formats and these shapes of formats. Some will say it's Instagram copied TikTok and now Shorts are copying them all. But it's more because users like watching content like that. Your phone is like that. The platforms then have adopted it and they're kind of copying is because people like watching content like that. We all sit there like that swiping. And that's why content is filmed like that. And that's why you should make content like that. Another big moment from the conversation at AD. And I know loads of DJs and producers and big theme pages like techno pages do this a lot. Is repost content from other pages and push it on their own page. Instagram have been saying for a while that they are focusing on original content and original content should be king and making original content is important. And what was said in that conversation was that they now can detect whether you're using one of these repost apps and your content will be downgraded if you're using one of these repost apps. So if you are using and you are going to repost his content, bring it into Canva, bring it into CapCut, bring it into a photo editing shot, like InShot, and add something to it. Make it your own, make it original, because just using it and reposting it, you're not going to see the same reach as you used to. Maybe download a few and combine them and make a piece of content like that. For those of you that watch Gary Vaynerchuk and his content, and I mean watch him, not really watch his content, although loads of it is great and consume loads of his content, but I actually mean watch what he's doing. And again, he's got a big social media team, like football teams, they've got big social media teams. So it's important to watch what they are doing. For a while, it's been bothering me why he's been kind of using Instagram Live again and hammering it quite a lot. And as part of the AD panel, Liz said that if you're using Instagram Live at the moment, you're going to get engagement spikes on all your content. And I was sitting there thinking, well, why is this happening? Why is one using it, and why would you get an engagement spike? And it hit me. Instagram have just rolled out Instagram badges, which is basically a way for you to earn from Instagram Live. It's a tipping service in Instagram Live that lets you earn, but it also will earn for Instagram. And as we know, the rule, anytime there's a new feature, use it and use it hard, because you're going to get benefits out of it for the rest of your content. We've been doing it as loads for myself at the moment and testing it out, and it definitely happens. I've been definitely posting my reels and then going live, because the people on live will see my live, but they'll also then see my content straight afterwards, especially if they've interacted. Bad news for DJs is I did a poll recently on my Instagram and said how many people watch DJ feeds and DJ sets live on Instagram, and 80% said they didn't. So you're going to have to use those lives a little bit different than just going live and DJing. If you'd like me to investigate that more and look at content from that more, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know if you want me to go into that bit more at depth, especially how to use live as a DJ and producer in 2023. Now, let's talk about shadow banning. Liz dispelled the myth that shadow banning actually exists. It's made up. It's made up by YouTubers. It's made up by other platforms. It's made up by just rumors. And Instagram actually tell you if your account is in a bad status. But if you go into your account, then account status, you can actually see if you've been acting against Instagram's rules. And they tell you that. They want you to use the platform as much as possible and stay on the platform. If your content is not getting as much reach as it should be, it's probably because it's not very good. Consider just moving on and starting again a new piece of content. Don't delete old content either. That can definitely damage your account. As a final bonus tip, when it comes to content, Liz gave some great insight to why flyers don't work on your feeds. If you think when you post your flyer for your upcoming gig, your flyer then gets shown to a small percentage of your audience. If that small percentage of your audience doesn't live in the country, first and foremost, where that event is, they're not going to like it or interact with it. If they don't live in the town, or just they can't go because they can't get a babysitter, or they don't want to go out, or they're going somewhere else, they're not going to interact with it. So that's all pushing the reach down, which then it won't get pushed to a larger reach because it goes all these negative impacts, which I thought was insightful, and I thought I'd share it with you. I hope that all makes sense, and let me know what you think in the comments below and your biggest takeaway from this video, or what's something you're going to take action on going forward. I'd love to know. If you want to build a stronger social media game to be able to promote yourself, your releases, and build yourself as a brand, as a DJ, as a producer, then my course, The Artist Blueprint, does just that. It helps you grow on Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify. It helps you get your releases signed to more labels, and it really helps you build yourself as a DJ and a producer. If you want to know how to do that, the best thing to do is jump on a discovery call with me, and I'll put the link below. Basically, on the call, I tried to understand what you're about. I understand what you've been doing previously. I understand what you want to try and get to. And if the bit in the middle is the course, then we'll talk through the course. And if you like what you heard, then we'll go forwards. Thanks for watching today. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I see some of you watching and not subscribing. Consider subscribing. I want to get to that 40,000 mark. Please help me out. And I will see you in the next video. I've been Graham Farmer. See you soon. Bye-bye.